All right, everybody, I want to start off by saying I am so sorry I did not show up on time. I'm here now, so today I want to dive in, do a recap, give you some insight on how to set up an e commerce store. I made this sweatshirt, so I want to walk you through how to make money through setting up your own merch. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is head over to thinkyourwaytoamillion.com. Also, during this, feel free to drop some comments, questions, what have you, and we're going to jump right into this. If this is the first time that you've been to my channel, welcome, thank you. And again, if you've been following me and you are looking for this to go live at 1 o'clock, my apologies. I didn't have the YouTube part of the settings turned on. Hey, I'm human. What can you say? All right, so let's jump over here. What you can expect is if you stick to all the way to the end of this, I will gonna share some things and bonuses that you are not gonna want to miss out on. All right, so here we are. So the first place I'm going to bring you is here inside the domains. I happen to be using a software, as you can see, that has my label on it. But if you hang out with me till the end, I'll give you the skinny and the inside scoop on what it is. And what I want to do is show you how it is that you can make money online. So one of the first steps that you're going to need to do to set up an online store is you're going to need a domain, right? So once you're in this particular software, and I happen to have see this where it says has my logo up here at the top, all right? You can have an agency software just like mine if you're wanting to grow a business for yourself, or maybe you just need a really cool business system that can turn your creativity into combined with technology into a very lucrative business. All right, so you're going to need a domain, so you'll do that. And then, so what you would do first is you would want to set up your domain right here. And let me go. Oh, I skipped a step. Sorry. Okay, right here, we're going to want to connect a domain. All right. So in this example, I already did that process where I am building a store for Think Your Way to a Million, which is part of this social project. So once you have a domain established, you'll go over here to inside your domain registrar and underneath advanced settings, and FYI, I happen to use Namecheap. Then what you'll do is you'll create the CNAME for the store, and we're under, yep, we're right in the right place. And so then what we'll do is we'll add a new record, and you will then put in the CNAME. Here's the store, okay, and then there's the value for where it will wind up pointing to. All right, so that's the DNS side of it. I want to jump in next to the creative side of things. So let's go over here to Printful. Also, another thing too is that my channel is is a content hub with a side of affiliate marketing. So you're going to get really out of this two or three things would be to make a business for yourself out of maybe making a swag store for yourself with the information I'm sharing. And then what about the side hustle with that? Have you ever been to McDonald's and they're like, would you like a side of fries to that? Well, when you're using the automation tools that I show you, look at this. You can actually apply to become an affiliate, which is like, I like to compare it to the side of fries analogy, because if you're going to use software out there to make content, to be able to sell the things that you just love promoting, well, you might as well then ask the company if you can become one of their affiliates. All right, so that's my side of affiliate fries hustle portion of it. But let's jump over here. And my recommendation for the things that I use when it comes to swag is Printful. And see, I can stand up right now and you can actually see like my sweatshirt. I actually use the things that it is that I'm talking about. And just real quick, I'm going to just take a moment here, make sure that I'm on the right camera so that I can have direct eye contact with you. All right, so you can see, like, for example, I have QR codes. I literally have QR codes on my sweatshirts. I'm going to bring you to my product catalog. I get the section window out of the way. All right. We're going to go over to the product templates just in a minute. And what's really cool about being able to have a solution to create your own swag, to create your own merch, is that it's fun. Maybe you have a salon and you need extra added income coming in. I see lots of times I wear multiple hats, no pun intended, and there's a hat right here, huh? But I have a salon. But in my project, which I'm doing with thinkyourwaytoamillion.com, over the course of the next week, you will see, like right now, since where is it? Over here. My store is under construction because, as I said, I had promised to do this live originally at 1 o'clock, but I hadn't pushed the button. So I have another video that I will be uploading, and you can watch that. But I'm going to do a recap and run through this to hold up my end of the bargain, which is to introduce you to what I was going to talk about earlier today. So with Printful, what's really nice is that you can see that there's a whole bunch of very, very nice, high quality items. I have made my sweatshirts for my marketing business, and I've used this company, and the stuff is really, I really, really do like it. Now, on that recommendation, you don't want to completely take my recommendation as my experience for your experience fully. What would I say? My best expert professional recommendation is you need to try it for yourself. And the one thing that's really cool about working with Printful is that they will give you a discount when you are making your sample orders. And that is my strongest recommendation. So you can touch and feel the fabric quality for the different types of clothing and stuff that they have. But I really like the stuff, and I really like being able to have swag stuff for this, like when I'm going to an event or I'm out in public. It's a lot of fun. Up and coming, what you're going to see, I might actually do another tutorial where I will actually be doing the artwork, and I'll do the artwork and capture that as I'm doing it to be able to pull it into an actual product template. And so when it comes to, see this right here shows you, and actually I'm going to switch to the other camera right now for a second. All right, I'm going to go to my pro camera, and I'm going to go over here. All right, so you can see that, like, this is really me, first of all, guys and gals, all right, because I know I do put up quite a bit of avatar AI stuff, but this is really me in the flesh here, okay? So with this, what I'm going to do is I'll turn around, okay? I'm going to, and let's see. I'll just back up. I'll back up, all right? And then just pull everything down here, all right? So you get a full view of the actual sweatshirt. Let me get my hair out of the way. And it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to turn all the way around. I'm like a walking billboard, all right? And what you see is actually true. Okay, I think you got to see that. I'll turn that around again, right? And it says, ask me how I get hair salon clients to spend $11,000 a year. So, why did I make a sweatshirt like this? I gotta take a sip of my coffee. Actually, I probably should be drinking water today. In the context of things, and I'm going to switch cameras and keep talking, all right? Let me go back here. So and let me switch to this camera. Okay, in the context of the reason why I made this sweatshirt, when I made this sweatshirt for this crazy swag, all right, so I'll pull this up so that you can see it, was that I was going to be attending a great big, huge, massive marketing event. And I thought, hey, let me go to, there you go. There's like, say, the back of it. And I was obviously looking to grab some shock value attention, right? Because when you think of a hair salon, do you really honestly, can you imagine somebody spending more than $11,000 a year for just one client, right? I get so pumped up about that. And the fact of the matter is that being a female marketer is so empowering, especially when you walk in a room full of men, because then I'm a hairstylist and then I have a jacket and swag like this. It really is an icebreaker conversational piece, because when you really do your marketing from a place of inspiration and creativity and strategically, and you have fun, that's a whole other conversation. So why I wound up shifting gears with today's live, because hey, I got thrown off a little bit. I was a little bit more structured. Well, somewhat structured in the previous rendition where I actually show you how to plug it in. But with my style of content, I am able to pivot, and I actually let my inspiration take me where it wants to at times, but I want and what I aim for is to be completely relatable to you, so that you can see that the things that I show and the things that I do, I live, eat, breathe, and wear the stuff that it is that I talk about. All right. So, what I can tell you is that from the creative aspect of actually using this, all right. So you can see the left sleeve. I actually put like the QR codes on it. You can really customize what it is that you want with inside here. And then, how did I do that? How did I wind up making swag to be able to wear it and make it customizable? Where did I do that, right? Well, I actually did that inside of Canva. All right. So that's where you can just let your imagination really go. And this is why, too, just another piece of why my channel is called Think Your Way to a Million. I really want for you to think your way to a million. All right, so then when it comes to, you can see like a live example that I did make a sweatshirt in that. You can literally, what this says, watch your designs come to life. So this is my go-to vendor for print on demand products, because that's what's awesome, is that you don't need to have things in stock. You can just come up with the conceptual designs, you can load them in. And then the other beautiful thing about this is that when it comes to, say, the product templates, you don't need to wind up hiring like a bunch of models, right? Because then, like, I didn't hire any of these people. They actually provide you the images so that they are on, see right here, so that they look like they're actually being worn by the models, because the things that you're going to need to have a really good looking e-commerce store are images, right? All right. So let's switch gears. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, come back often. The links to this are going to be down below. If you have any comments, please please feel free to drop them, as long as they're pertaining to the topic. And then to get more bonuses, you're going to want to head over to Think Your Way to a Million so that you don't miss out. Plus, but if you stick around, the other thing is that I'm going to also share with you some more stuff that you don't want to miss out on. All right, so then going back over here to like the agency space, we're going to go back here, and then we're going to go to sites, all right? And then up here, there's this, see this? There's this launch your e-commerce store within minutes. You can now sell products via the e-commerce store. You can customize ready to go store templates, fulfill your orders via 40 different carriers, including Shippo, sell your products across multiple channels like Facebook and Instagram shops with ease. All right. So then here we're going to go here. We're going to hit stores. Now, since I'm rapid firing this, do I also want to provide you an also pardon me, another solution is that once we click here, right, I'm going to show you the templates. And if you want to take a deeper dive and you need some hand holding as far as being able to set this up, if you want to hire me, then that's a different conversation. I do offer premium support, as for the fact that I'm going to tell you right now that my white label software is on top of a really cool company, which if you don't know what it is yet, hey, I'll let you know in a few minutes. All right. You're going to have to hang out. You thought I was going to tell you what it is right there. All right. So then now we're on the inside of the templates. The beautiful thing about this system that it is comparable to the likes of Shopify, but the big difference that Shopify does not have is this. I'm going to click off it here for a minute. I'm going to let's talk about the sidebar right here. Just for the sidebar, as far as what's inside this system, and yes, my label's on it, but your label can be on your rendition of it if you wind up going with the parent company. Now, if you want to become one of my personal customers where I do it for you, that would be a different conversation. But what I want is for you just to be able to get set up. All right. So on that, head over to Think Your Way to a Million, because I would love to be able to give you an extended free trial, because this way you get to try it out for yourself for probably up to at least 14 days so that you get your hands on, and literally with a few clicks, with this being integrated as easily as it is, the e-commerce store portion, as far as the tools for the setup, is really it's like the done for you, the books, the dummy series. And I'm not saying by any means that you're dumb, but the series like Cooking for Dummies, yada, yada, or Pet Walking for Dummies. The e-commerce portion of this particular tool and platform happens to be very, very easy. And I'm tech savvy, and I don't throw the word easy around when it comes to tech very, very often. All right. So then there's conversations. What conversations are is that, like, once you have some customers inside your dashboard, you'll be able to communicate with them extremely easily. And when you are able to build a relationship with customers, that creates loyalty and repeat buyers, right? And the system also does have, that doesn't really pertain to this, but it's in there. And depending on what you decide to turn on, if this system were to become yours, this is just a quick like run through, like a sports announcer, as far as what's inside. And I'm going to do yet another video, which you'll have to come back for, where I'll slow the pace down and I'll actually go inside as far as what's inside the toolbox. So if you want to think of the platform as a toolbox, well, I happen to be married to a mechanic, and I know that it takes more than one tool to be able to fix a car. And when it comes to setting up a business, you're really set up very, very strategically and very nicely inside the system, because all the tools are inside this one business system that helps to connect creativity to technology, which ultimately then you're going to wind up becoming, you could essentially become very lucrative, or at least have the right tools in front of you to be able to make money online. All right. So then there's opportunities, which means that there's a sales pipeline. There's multiple payment integrations. And then just even under, like, say, the marketing tab, there's a whole list of things. And then if we go to automations, I'm not even going to touch on that right now. You can build those out. And then underneath sites, that's where we're going to be focusing on for the store templates, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. And then there's memberships, and there's a whole bunch more. I'm going to skip the rest of those for now because they don't pertain to this. But obviously, if you're watching this far, this with me this far, you can see that there is a lot. All right, so let's go back to the stores. I'm going to go here. And then just into like my previous live, what did I say? Where do you think you have to go? Look at my hands are up. Hands-free tutorial. Okay, it says click here to create your e-commerce store now. Alrighty, ready? This is like making an e-commerce store for somebody that's like in kindergarten. I bet if you have a 5-year-old, well, 6-year-old, if you have a young human in your life that knows how to read, I'm sure they could set this up for you, okay? So then we're going to hit continue. Now, the beautiful thing about this is look at all the templates, all the templates. And this is what I'll have to offer to you right now. What if you were to drop your profession down in the comments and maybe drop like what kind of e-commerce store you would like to have. I'm able to share templates, so this way if you are like, oh my God, I don't even know where to start, I can make that easier for you, right? Because I can share a template with you. So what happens if I share a template with you? It's one way for you to be able to support my channel. I do ask that once I tell you what software it is, that you do use my affiliate link, because that is how, if you wind up becoming a paid customer, that is how I get paid. So it's a nice win-win for both of us. All right, so then there are, when you look at the different categories, you can see as far as browsing the categories here, there's a little bit for everybody. So are you in the car business? Are you in the skincare business? Do you own a gym? Are you a janitor? Are you a dentist? And look, it just keeps going. Wait, there's more. Oh my God. And I laugh when I say that because there was about 5 years ago, I went to this wannabe funnel company. And I'm sarcastic, so I just said it. I say that because I thought I was going to that space and place for education, and it was nothing. It was nothing about education. It was just a bunch of pitching, and there was nothing. I went down to Florida. It was 2 days, and they didn't have anything set up. So setting that aside, swipe that aside. Why I'm so emphatically obsessed with this particular platform is because they have their stuff together. It's so cool. All right, so let's just pick for ha-has. I'm going to pick a skincare store. So let's pull this up. Let's take a look at this real fast. And look at this. Wow, what is that? You can see right now, and I'm saying that like, theatrically, it's not like I didn't know that this was in here, but you don't even have to build with some of the templates that are inside here. You don't have to build the pop-ups, which is awesome. It's awesome. So then, of course, what you would do would be the other step would be to set up the form that goes in here when it was live. All right, so we're going to click out of there. I just want you to see just the framework of this particular template. You can see that there's a home page, there's about page, there's a shop page. And the other thing that's really fantastic about how this is all set up is that the framework for the pages, not only are they just set up, but they're already connected together. I'm going to bring you on the inside, and I'm going to show you what's next. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to hit continue, right? So while we hit continue and while this is doing its thing, it's only going to take a minute. Hit my channel, hit subscribe. That's how you can support me. Come back often, and I am not going to stop making content. So if you have certain content requests, please drop them in the comments so that I can make content that is at your request. All right, so look at this. Wow, that was hard now, wasn't it, right? This is just like taking candy from a baby. And I don't suggest that either. And like I said, the bad jokes are free. So now when you do drop down on this drop down, you're going to find that here are the different pages and they're already made. So you have your main pages, your about page, and then the store pages. What's really critical is that the store pages, like I said, what's really cool about them is that they're already connected together. You don't have to try to put your shopping cart together. All you need to focus on would be making your designs. I'll go back in here. All right. So we're going to go to the dashboard. All you have to do is focus on making your designs, figuring out what type of merch that you want to sell. Maybe you want to sell coffee mugs, and then all the images are already in here. And then the platform that I'm on the inside, on the agency side of things, right here. Okay. And I'll show you that in a minute. But this, you can see, Printful does integrate with the agency software that I'm speaking about, and then so they connect together, so you're able to pull in all that beautiful stuff that you just made. All right, so then we're going to go back to, let me go back to the right window. All right, so then once you're here and you want to, say, make some changes, we're going to go to, say, the home page, right? So once we go to the home page, say, for example, what I'm going to show you is the website builder. So we go here. Here's all the different sections that you can wind up changing things. One of the best features that I like, or one of my favorite things within the website builder, would be the pre-built templates right here, the pre-built sections, right? So how easy is it to use this software? Like I said, a 6-year-old could use it. All right, so you're going to like drag and drop. If you know how to make a social media post, you'd be able to handle putting this together to make yourself an online store. So then here, I'm going to put up here, we're going to go building an online store demo. All right, and then you want to hit save. So literally, you can wind up just doing what it is that I just did. All right, so now you want to preview it. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. We're going to X out of there for a minute. And then this is what it would look like live out of the box. And it's not even done yet, but this would be the demo version of it. Wow, that was a lot. Can you say that 10 times fast? All right, just trying to keep the energy up in the room. I also want to give a shout out to all of you here on YouTube that have been following me. Today happens to be, I don't know if it's 100 days yet, but it's approaching that I started this channel. All right, now, are you ready and are you hanging in there with me? Okay, so now we're going to go back to, I'll bring you back to the agency side of things. Actually, we'll go, where is it? Right here. Okay. Now we're in the agency side of things. Now, ready, drum roll. Ask me, what software am I using, Anne Marie? Well, if you have not been to my channel yet, you need to check out my videos, check out my playlist, please. And the parent software that I use on, that my stuff is stacked on to, like, I'm going to bring you over right now. I'll show you. So if I bring you here, right? Come on. Come here. Come over to Think Your Way to a Billion. All right. But seriously, this, which is nice. Oh, wow. Thanks, everybody. It's been shared 90 times. Not sure by who. Okay. This is actually made on top of HighLevel. All right, so there, cat's out of the bag. Now, what you need to do is head over here, okay, and you'll come over to Think Your Way to a Million to get more of the bonuses and notifications when I do go live. But when you come through me and you use my affiliate link, I'm going to say thank you. It's a way for you to support my page. It's a way for me to stay connected with you and watch you possibly explode and turn your business into a fun project for yourself that can improve the quality of your life. All right. So that's the skinny on that. All right, so as we wind down, what happens is now you got to see a little bit of like what's on the inside. And there is a marketplace. This is where you can pull in the integration once you have your own account with HighLevel, and you're going to get that by coming through me at thinkyourwaytoamillion.com. What's going to happen next? You'll get on a call with their support team. Their support onboarding success teams are amazing. And I am very much involved in several of the different communities. You're going to see that with your involvement, that there are different communities. They are an up and coming company that have been around for more than 6 years now, and their growth is outstanding. Myself, I've been using the product since 2022. I use it for my salon. I use it for my husband's reviews. You're inside my agency right now. I use it for my coaching, and I also use it I have another Facebook group that was ironically just handed to me to take over to jumpstart and to grow that community. So with that, there's a landing page, and that's what's the beauty about it, is the point of difference with say Shopify versus this is Shopify. There's nothing wrong with Shopify. They just do their one thing. And then we're over here with using HighLevel and the built-in stores that are integrated with Printful. You get the power of two companies between Printful, all their products, and absolutely everything that HighLevel has to offer. So I consider it a full, complete business system that bridges the gap between creativity with technology, which then equals a very lucrative opportunity, because I honestly feel and live the life of, you know what, you possibly do have well, I know that I don't know you, but I know you have ideas in between here that it just takes an idea and a website to monetize an idea, and then you create your audience. And then when you create your audience and you have your own online store, how could you not wind up making money online, right? Okay, so if you are just jumping on, thank you for joining me. Be sure to catch the replay on this. And since now the cat's out of the bag, and you know you need to go to thinkyourwaytoamillion.com to grab my bonuses and more of this education, be sure to do that. I'm going to want to see you on the inside of my list, so that way we can become a nice, strong, well-oiled community. And if you've come back for more, thank you. You're the reason why I absolutely love coming up with new content. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. And oh yeah, one last thing. Be sure to check out my community page here on I'm like, where am I right now? On YouTube. Because that's where I will continually post if I'm going to be going live, or drop a comment, engage in the polls, because I really do want to know what it is that you need right now to be able to help you either grow your business, help you become debt free, or help inspire you with an idea so that you decide, hey, I want to have a business and make money like Anne Marie does too. All right. Okay, well, that's it for now. That's a wrap. Have a fabulous weekend. And until I see you again, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button and come back often. Signing off now. Have an awesome day.